Hold on, everybody. Please don't adjust your
You don't have to do me like that again.
audio or your video because, yes, 2 weeks in a row,
2 weeks in a row.
I have Wendy Golston who keeps wearing Adidas stuff.
Don't, don't get me in trouble.
I'm not, I just made an observation I saw the other day uh, in your Facebook story. You had three stripe life shirt on.
Oh,
I'm
I had been down in West Georgia. They Adidas though.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
that
had
makes sense.
went to had a soccer game,
I
so I went down
I,
to
I,
see the
I
crowd.
apologize then. I apologize. Apologies are in order.
I went to see my baby.
I saw they got the win.
They did.
I
She coming
saw
off
it.
an injury, so she had playing time, but they was still trying to watch her and make sure she was good. She had a hamstring injury, so
Ooh, them hamstrings funny. Them hamstrings are
yeah, so they tried to make sure she good to
funny.
go. They go to Valdosta this week. That big game in Valdosta.
Is that a conference game?
Yeah, actually, it is. Valdosta is.
Okay. Well, yes,
Mhm.
everybody, y'all know why we're here. It's recruiting 101. It's the process. And of course, I got the expert with me. Oh, ADG, Wendy Golson. Hey, I will be covering Carver and Stevenson tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
That is the game that they are sending me to.
Are you gonna be down on the field, or you gonna be up in the booth?
No, I will be on the field. I like
Okay,
to watch the game on the field.
it's a blackout, so please wear your black.
Well, I can't wear all black because I have to be impartial. And if I have on all black, it will give the illusion that I'm cheering for one team or the other. So Stevenson is
Okay,
not going to have on
sure. Okay,
black. Okay, but I mean, chances are probably high that I will probably at least have on a black T-shirt.
okay. We'll just go with that then.
Or I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you can have some decoration on it. You don't have to go too far.
I might wear my since I'm a Rams fan now. Might wear my Rams gear.
I guess. Oh, I forgot you switched teams.
Yes. I'm not a Cowboy fan no more.
I forgot. I forgot.
But Wendy,
Yeah.
let's get into this because one of the things I was perturbed by watching all of the college football all weekend, everybody made a point to talk about transfers. This school got transferred. This school got transferred. HBCUs in the transfer portal. Everybody's in the transfer portal, which caused all of the talk week one. I pray that they got that out of their system, talking about the transfer portal. Wendy, is the transfer portal here to stay, Wendy?
You want me to be honest? Probably.
Yes. That's
I don't.
why
I mean,
that's
I
why
don't
we
think
hire
putting
you.
it in place and then taking it back out. But I mean, Mesa, what was tripping me out was the number. It's like, so some of the people were talking about the number of kids that they
Yes.
pulled, right?
Yes.
We're talking double digits for some teams, right?
Right.
You heard that too, right? And they were like freely talking about this. I think I was watching the Tech game Monday. They were still talking about it.
Yeah.
It's making it so difficult for high school coaches too to find placement for their kids that actually truly can perform at the next level, right?
Right.
But I feel like some college coaches, and even if they split it, they're going to go and get some out of that portal. So that lessens the number of available scholarships they have to incoming freshmen.
Right.
Well, fresh out of high school. So I don't know, Maceo, but like I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not, and it's here to stay. And I don't even know. I can't even wrap my head around figuring out like what we can do for our kids, the younger kids, the kids coming out of high school. Like, what can we do for them?
Right.
To ensure that they're getting placed somewhere. Because what I see happening is a lot of them are having to forego some of the schools that were maybe a higher level, and then having dropped down to these like, and not that they're bad, but like to D2s, D3s, NAIAs. They're having to drop down, or like, you know, to the old Division I AA schools to participate in. I mean, so that they can still play, because just not enough room for them on the rosters.
Right.
When they start looking at, I mean, like if you were 2-star, right? You know, I don't care about stars, but you're a 2-star. They likely gonna go get somebody out of the portal, which is gonna push you out of recruitment for that school. So like they're probably pulling like the 4-stars, and you know what I'm saying, out of high schools to go to these schools. And so it's just, I don't know. I don't think they thought this process all went through.
Yeah, and I just think
I don't even have a solution.
And it's crazy because I think the biggest thing about the transfer portal is we're in such a win now mode mentality. Coaches understand that, hey, listen, I may only have 4 years. I mean, you know, I'm not Dabo, not
Somebody
Kirby.
might be on a few months.
I'm not Nick, right?
I'm gonna let that
so
go.
I have to be able to find a kid that helps me right away.
They can produce and help me win right now.
Right now. And it's such a tough, it's a tough deal.
It is.
Just simply because we're sitting here, parents are asking us these questions, and one of the things I like to just reiterate is, hey, one thing, control your controllables, but one thing we understand, looking at the portal, just watching these games and what they've been talking about all weekend, size.
Yep.
Size.
Yep.
Size.
And see, a lot of those kids in the portal have been in a program, so they've gotten it, right? They've gotten those weights at that level. They've gotten the food plan at that level. They've gotten more the off-season workouts at that level. They, you know, most high schools, you know what I'm saying? You have a few programs, but most high schools just don't have the staff for that.
Right.
They don't.
Right.
And or they don't have the money to feed the kids like that. Like they depend on the parents to feed them at home too, you know?
Yeah.
It's just it's disheartening for me because, again, you know, when you're looking at these kids and you see the potential, you know, that they worked so hard for all this time, and then like it's like, okay, I keep taking a step back. You know, like the kid is taking a step back. Like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, you just gonna have to be patient. You gotta control what you can control. I was talking to somebody else, and I was just telling them that, like, now kids are going to have to do more. They're going to have to do more. Like our younger kids, they're going to have to do more, right? You're going to have to stay in 2 sports. You're going to have to, like, get extra training, right?
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, like, agility training, not necessarily sport-specific training.
Yeah, strength
training, agility training, those things, because, see, this is what you don't want to happen. You don't want injuries, right? So strength training and agility training and some of that stuff helps prevent the injuries, right? Because you're training your body for these motions, right?
Right.
And so that's what I'm telling kids. I'm like, hey, make sure you get some good strength training. You're eating right, and you're getting in like an agility training and stuff like that. Because those are the things now that are going to help you stand apart from the next man standing next to you coming out of high school too.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you just look at, like, you just take a high school offensive lineman, an 18-year-old that's getting ready to go to college, and say he does go to Mississippi State or just wherever, he's gonna be 6'2". Say 6'3", 6'4", and he's like 275. But the guy he's gonna be going against is like 6'2" and 315. But he's also been in college like 2 years, and it's like you can't just put him out there. He's just not physically ready for the demands of that. And I think that's where a lot of, when we talk transfer portal, I think one of the things that every coach and like we'll announce this weekend, everything they talked about basically when we talked transfer portal was just simply about, hey, we had to get a guy who fit this.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get a guy who fit this.
We have a specific need, and we went looking for that specific need.
And we just it's just going to be hard to find that in a high school kid. And just asking a high school kid. I used to just always think about my freshmen, well, my seniors who become freshmen when they went off to college.
Yeah.
And when they all came back home, they would always say the same thing, like, Coach, Jesus Christ, Coach, you were right. It's a difference. I'm like, of course it is.
Of course, right.
Of course it is. It's just stuff that they're doing because they have more time and it's more structured than where you're coming from. And if you weren't, like you just talked about, if you weren't getting the extra the extra strength training, the extra conditioning, if you because I can't naturally, you're gonna naturally, when you go to college, naturally put on 15, 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah. You get a freshman 15 anyway. Everybody does, but you play sports, it's over with. You getting it. I talked about winter so bad the other day. I was like, ma'am. Somebody I've been in the weight room. But I get it. Like, she's still small, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because even her, she's a soccer player. She has had to bulk up because, again, she went in as a 17-year-old, but then she was playing people that could be 24.
Right? But see, she's had a year of college training now.
Yeah, and so like she looked different. She played different.
Right, and that's kind of almost, and it's funny that you talk about it because that's almost like the analogy when we talk about the transfer portal. Is that's basically what coaches are looking for. Yeah. They are saying, hey, this kid now in 2 years, he probably can help me.
Yeah,
I need some help today. I need some help today. And when you
like grad transfers in there, you've got people that are already gone to college, making the grade, have gotten used to that type of schedule, functioning in that type of environment. You got all this stuff that's gonna be new to these seniors that are coming out. Yeah. And I'm not saying that they can't be successful. They can be, right?
Right.
But it's gonna take some time for them to get acclimated still. I mean, they still coming from living at home to living on their own.
And right, trying to that my biggest thing as a freshman
mentally, right?
Was just time management. Mm-hmm. Because you were so used to being in school, you went to the same classes every day.
Yes. In the same building all day long.
In the same building. Now you're trying to tell me I got classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I got class on Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, by the way, practice is longer. Meetings are longer. Hey, how many times are we gonna meet? Like, what are we meeting about now? But you have to like say, hey, on Tuesday, Thursday, I might only have 2 classes. How do I manage my day? Am I going to get a workout in?
Do I want to get up early if I'm gonna do a workout? You know what I'm saying? Or like when do we go for weights with the team? You know?
Yeah.
It's a lot to manage. And I honestly think, like, I look at my own child, obviously, right? And I look at some of like the football players that I've dealt with and basketball players that I've had to deal with that are in college or who have already finished. And with football and basketball, as compared to like the soccer schedule and like what they have to do, it's way more. I know it is, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's just a different beast. I mean, they still do a lot with soccer, but in soccer, you know, it's all year round, so it doesn't end. Like
right.
They literally playing games all year round. But I think that what they put their bodies through and all that stuff, it's heavier on like the football and the basketball side. Because you know the number of games, basketball, they traveling, football, you know, it's only once a week, but it's a lot of preparation that goes into that one game for that once a week.
Well,
I think the portal's here to stay.
Yeah.
So here's my issue. Like, they had some rules around the portal, right? But it's kind of loose, and they kind of apply them when they want to. You know, when
it's convenient. When it's convenient.
Yeah, it's when it's convenient. We're gonna tell you no, or when it's convenient, you good. I think it's too late to try and go back and put rules in place, right? Like it's kind of hard to like reel it back in, right?
Right. Cat out the bag.
So,
Cat out the bag.
Yeah. So then the question becomes, what can we do so that kids coming out of high school are still able to see success, right?
Mm.
And I thought about it. I was like, do they add like a small number of scholarships to everybody? Right? Go from the standard number, what is it, 86, right? Do they say we'll give you 7 more? I'm not talking about a large number, right?
Right.
7 more, but those 7 more must be freshmen, right?
Right.
Now, whatever you do with the other ones, it could be me.
Must be high school seniors, right.
But those 7 that we add on need to be an opportunity for somebody coming from high school because the portals are full.
Yeah. Because like I tell somebody the other day, Deion and Nick Saban definitely won the transfer portal.
Baby.
They definitely
How many did they say Deion had? Do you remember? It was
Deion had almost like 17 transfers.
17. That was I was thinking that was the number. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's almost a dub. Wait a minute.
Nah, that's almost like your whole recruiting class, like 25 kids. You got
especially for HBCU, that was the recruiting class. Now let's
you got 17 out, but the thing about it, Grambling hit the portal hard. Alabama A&M hit the transfer portal hard. FAM hit the transfer portal hard. So it's like that is everybody's quick fix, and like you said, it's probably here to stay. Everybody,
it's an immediate gratification, immediate results. You know, for the most part.
I just hope that John. What up, John? We appreciate you. I just hope that I just hope the announcers don't have to bring it up this week. Like y'all got it out the way. Y'all would just
they are
so mad.
We gotta give them 2 good weeks of it now, and then they might leave us alone.
Let's move on. Time to talk to these juniors, Wendy. Time to talk to the juniors. Talk to the seniors last week. These juniors, now is their time. If you're gonna make a mark, you need to be doing it right now. Yeah. Talk to the juniors, Wendy.
Hey, juniors, y'all need to be getting it done right now, like academically and athletically. Like you need to be getting film. If you're football, if you're what else is going on right now? You got cross country, but you got volleyball, softball. You really don't have another big male sport going on.
Yeah, because the basketball on the way. It's around the corner.
September, we got September, you got fall league. So you got some free play.
Right.
But y'all need to be concentrating on academics and athletics right now because you're gonna need game film. This is your year. Right. This is your year. Like you can be contacted, you can talk to people. This is your year. So you need to make sure that you have all your what the old people say, your ducks in a row.
It's your ducks in a row.
You need to make sure that you have everything together because this is your year, right? And I don't want to say it's make or break because things happen and kids get picked up their senior year, but this is the year where you will get the most looks, right? I feel like, and then like next year, your senior is kind of like, I just want to solidify.
I call this the money year. This the money year. Everybody looking at you. You got a chance to really, really break that. Because like you said, schools can contact you now. Last week, they could start talking to what 2024, this 2024, because 2024 kids. You up.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I said. You got to have everything ready. Like you need this game film. When your number, like this kid I was talking to today at school, honestly, and he was just saying, maybe coach will let me get in earlier in the game. And I said, the question is, are you going to be ready when your number is called, baby?
Well.
Like you
how about that?
You saying, coach, I want to get more time, but are you ready when he does call? Are you out there making plays when you get out there? Hey, that's my sister. Hey, sister. Baby. So yeah, I mean, like the thing is, you gotta be ready, and I think some kids. We was just talking about this, like these kids that are like on the borderline, right? So you got these juniors that are ready, right? They're gonna go out there, they're gonna perform, they're gonna get game feel, right? But you got this borderline, right? Like right there.
Yeah.
They're like getting in the game, but they may not be getting as much playing time as they want. But they do have potential, right? They're showing potential. That's why the coaches are obviously putting them in. Y'all, what I have to say to you is be ready. Be
Yeah.
ready. They're gonna call you. So
Yeah.
the question is your attitude gonna be right? Because if your attitude's not gonna be right, it's gonna affect the way that you play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So don't be standing over there mad. Don't have your helmet on the bench and not in your hand or not on your head where it's supposed to be.
Where it's supposed to be. People look at body language. People look at body language.
So I'm telling. So I said, are you ready? Well, Coach call your number. You got to turn around and go get your helmet off the bench behind you, because y'all standing, you know, in between the lines. Come on, like, are you ready? Right. And I think that just goes for everybody. If you sitting on the bench, you play basketball. If you're the seventh man, are you ready when your number is called? You know what I'm saying? Did you have a good warm up? Are you still cheering your team on? This is the year for you to make all of these adjustments with your attitude and everything and get this game film. Make sure your grades are on point. Because I'm telling y'all, like, we at about the 4.5 week. I think 4.
It's week 4. This week 4.
Yeah, this week 4. What's your grades look like right now? Because I was pulling grades, and we're gonna have some tough conversations next week. Because I'm an educator at heart. You know, I taught a core subject there. I do not play about them classes, right?
Especially in your junior year, like.
And your junior year is
you tripping
academically. It's typically your toughest year academically, right? I think like 9th grade, they kind of still work with you, right? You know, oh, we'll give you a little extra time to finish your test. You know how they do. They kind of make adjustments, right? Then 10th grade year, okay, they let loose a little bit because they're like, okay, they've been here for a year, they can manage, right? 11th grade year, they like, oh, baby, you about to get all this work. You in these AP classes, you know, you're doing whatever. Some of you are doing dual enrollment. Like, make sure that you keeping everything in order. Y'all, I can't tell y'all how much it matters that you got the whole thing together. Like, right, the whole picture, not just a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, and you make it so much easier for yourself in this process when, like, you just take care of that business.
Yeah,
you take care of it. Funny story, real quick, and I'm sure my big brother won't mind me sharing this. his son David Lockhart, his son Miles Lockhart is a top recruit in Arizona.
Okay,
ranked nationally. He's being recruited like he picking up crazy offers. He got Ohio State, Stanford just got on. He has all of these offers. The beauty of my situation, academically, all of it's in line.
That's
everything is in line. And so for him now, all he is doing is having fun, playing the game because
he loves, which makes it a lot easier, right, to go out there and play when everything else is in order.
It's so easy, and it's crazy because when we talk, when we text or whatever, and he just like, hey, you told me in the 8th grade, put this plan in place. Miles is a junior. He's ESPN top. He's all these things.
I love it.
But he's all of these things because in the 9th grade, he knew this what I want.
Right.
And he put the work in. And see, he on the other side of it now where all he trying to figure out where he gonna take his 5 visits, his 5 officials, what games he going to this year. So when the season as he rolled into a senior, all he got to do is pick a school.
Pick a school.
All he has to do is pick a school, and it's when done right, it's proven.
It works every time.
We've been doing this for a long time. When you do it the right way, you take those steps. And the academic piece is like a big part of it. So juniors, come on now, like don't be falling to no 2-3
coming up, because juniors, if you don't have a score on the book, you need to get one. Because remember last week we talked about the fact that while NCAA has not reinstated testing, your school still may require it. So I'm telling you this to say, like, you've already missed the SAT deadline because it was September 2nd.
Okay.
But for the next ACT coming up, you have September 16th as your deadline, and it's October 22nd. But again, if you are playing football, I beg of you, do not play on Friday night and try and take a test on Saturday morning.
Oh no.
It doesn't work out well for everyone. I'm just gonna be honest. That does not always work out for everyone. Plus, a lot of schools, especially in the state of Georgia, are gonna give us school tests anyway. So if that's the case, take your free test at the school, right?
Right.
Get those scores, and because it'll be during your season, it'll be during the middle of the week. Take that test. Some give SAT, some give ACT, some give both. Okay, so find out from your school, ask your counselor, or parents ask the counselor which test are they giving at the school.
Okay.
Because they can get that score back, and then they can turn around and right after the season be ready to take another test if they need it. Right. And that puts you at those, depending on how your team plays, you got December 3rd and December 10th games. Right. So if you don't make it past Thanksgiving, you can go ahead and get on these December 3rd and December.
Right. If your season over, ain't no playoffs in your future.
And right now they have early signing day as December 21st this year. And then they have actual national signing day, the opening of the period.
Right.
Not
the end all be all.
Right. It's going to be February 1st this year.
Crazy. So juniors, y'all heard it from Wendy. Take care of business. Got a couple
things on your list. Check them out.
Take care of business.
Check them out.
Another question that I had today, Wendy, and I couldn't wait to get it to you. Game film versus highlights. So you got, kids, so much technology. Get your huddle, get your highlights together. Boom, you can just send those out. A lot of times kids are wanting to do, coaches actually watch game film. And so what I told a parent today, I'm like, a lot of coaches do watch game film, and they watch game film because a highlight is just gonna be
it's what you put together. It's all the good things about you, right?
It's all the good things about you. But in recruiting, I need to know the other because it's not always gonna be good, right?
You're not perfect all the time. And so of course the things that you put on highlight are perfect. Those are your better moments, right. Those are your better moments. Let me tell you, this is what I will tell people. I feel like coaches identify you by a highlight. They go back and watch game film to see the bigger picture, right? So they want to see, they may be checking the sidelines. They may be checking to see what you didn't do quite right, what your teachable moments are.
Right.
That sounds good.
When you get beat, how do you respond?
Right. Do you come back out and you back ready? Or do you walk back with your head down, your shoulder, trying to, your body language, right?
Wow.
I feel like that highlight film is good. It is good. You have to make highlight film, right?
Right.
That's what you want to put out. But at the same time, we used to tell kids, put in your highlight film, like, not necessarily something that's horrible, but something where you may not all the way make it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you're a receiver, you catch the ball, you're running, but you get tackled, right? You don't make it to the end zone because everybody right?
All your highlights, you ain't score on every play.
So show where you did catch, right? You ran and somebody caught you. That's not necessarily a bad moment for you. That is natural, right? That happened in the league.
Right.
So I think sometimes people look for everything to be perfect on their highlight film. And I think there are moments you can put in there that were still good, but maybe the ultimate goal that you thought you were trying to get didn't happen for you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, big time. And it's funny you talk about that because, like I say, your highlight is like what grabs their attention.
Yeah.
But when they come to talk to your coach, a lot of times they're asking questions or they want to watch. Like I say, show me
the before and the after of the play.
Show me a game y'all lost. Let me see a game you lost, and let me see, like, is he a powder? Is he I remember this crazy story. I can't remember what game I was covering, but one of the Dallas Cowboy scouts And so this when AJ Terrell was coming out. So every scout I was always asking, because he had that bad national championship game, and a lot of scouts were like, no. He was like, let me tell you what I loved about him in that tape. Even though he was getting beat, he came back and he competed every play. And what we had to understand was LSU did that to everybody. It wasn't just AJ.
Yeah.
LSU did that to they shredded everybody that season. But the one thing AJ did, even when the touchdown Jamar Chase caught and everybody was a clear push off.
Yeah.
AJ didn't go to the referee. He didn't complain. He didn't ask out. He went right back out there and lined up on Jamar the whole game. And every scout I talked to that year, they were like, dude, he a baller. And it's always funny. And I got to do better with this. I've done a better job. I've created this Irv Gotti alter ego now. So I'm just gonna argue with y'all through Irv Gotti. But I have to remind myself that, like, a lot of y'all know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all don't get to talk to the people we talk to. So y'all just doing barbershop stuff. So I have to remind myself, like, what he like. Sometimes like, what he know? He ain't even played. No, like, wait, that Ben Hill, and that's it. Like, shut up.
Yeah, but, I think sometimes it's more about your recovery after the play.
Right.
Like, how do you recover after the play? If it doesn't go your way, then the actual play sometimes. Because a lot of times they know what you're capable of, or they what they've seen, they feel like they can train you to do what they need you to do. Right.
Right.
Because that's the name of the game. Are you coachable?
Are you coachable? Good God Almighty.
And can I train you or coach you to do what I need you to do for this team, right? Because it's a puzzle. All the pieces got to fit together for the win, right? And if I feel that I can do that, then I'm gonna take a chance on you every single time.
That's dope. You said that right there, and it's always crazy because, like, I always get in these things all the time. I'm always like, so all of you who like this hounding this kid or this athlete, or whatever. So all your years of playing whatever sport you played, you never made a mistake. You were always perfect. You never made an error. You never dropped the pass.
Well, you know how we feel about the bleacher coaches.
Oh yeah.
I be like, at the games, I be turning around. You know me.
Yeah.
Like,
then your facial expression give it away. So yeah.
And see, I don't wear my mask anymore outside, so it's just you gonna get what you gonna get when I turn around. Cause I'm like, I mean, you can go pay $325, get your background check, pay this $325, get certified GHSA. You too can coach. But there's a reason why you're up there, and
it's the reason why you bought a ticket. It's the reason why you're
there and we're down here.
It's the reason you paid $10 to get in.
On another note, why you mentioned LSU? Did you see that missed kick?
Well, it was blocked. I had money on LSU.
When I was watching the game, I was like, "Oh, how did he miss that?"
It happens, everybody.
It does.
It happens.
How do you recover?
So
he
what
looked like it was over.
And that's what we're telling you guys. Your highlight film is great, but those coaches who are truly interested in you, they're gonna come back and watch game film. Yeah. And a lot of times they want to see. I want to see him in an adverse situation. Like, say, I'm recruiting you, so I know you're good. But now I have to figure out, do you really fit out? Because a lot of kids just don't fit the culture of some programs.
I agree. And that's why there's a lot of people in the transfer portal. Because they didn't fit the culture. They didn't check out all of the things that we talked about. They didn't ask any questions. Right? They didn't do all of the things, the list that we've given them time and time again to say, hey, check all these things off when you're at this school on this visit, when you're talking to these coaches over and over again, when they're in your inbox. Never be afraid to ask a question, because you never know if that question is going to be the one thing you needed to help you make that decision.
Right.
One question.
And we're going to close with this. We got to bring it back. Wendy's wisdom. I didn't want to give it to you last week because I know we were just
We're gonna have to call it something else because it's gonna have to be Thursday something. I don't know.
right. Well, you know, Wendy and wisdom. Let me just go
It
together.
just go together. So
Because you're so smart.
we,
You know what I'm saying? You're like one of the smartest people I know. You got all those degrees and stuff.
I ain't really that smart, to be honest. I just apply myself.
I'm gonna stay out of that. So give it to the people as we get ready to close.
You know what? I want to really talk to parents today.
Uh-oh.
About the reality of situations, right?
Ooh.
The reality of understanding who your kid is, where your kid is, and what they may or may not be capable of, right? So what I'm seeing a lot of is parents determining what it is a kid does, right? Like even I'm trying to figure out how to say this nice because you know sometimes I go off on my tangents. But basically, I need parents to take a step back, right? You don't always have to drive the bus. Sometimes you need to be a passenger. Right?
Go to church.
You need to allow these kids, one, to be kids, right? Because they are still kids. And you need to allow them time to make decisions about what they want, right? We have so many parents living sports through their kids. Those are the same parents I was talking about that's up in the stands, acting crazy, cussing the coaches out from the stands and things like that. Like, coach your kid at home, but when they're at the game, let the coach coach. Critique their game after the game. Talk to them about it at the house.
Well, that's a whole word right there, but my God.
Let the coach coach. So I'm really talking to parents that because y'all, it's getting to be too much. We getting fights. We seeing arguments. You pulling kids off of teams. You think we got a Georgia high school transfer portal?
We don't. We
want to keep going, right? And so I think at this point we have to say, parents, stop driving and start being a passenger.
Oh, Lord have mercy. And take off them rose-colored glasses.
Take them off too.
Take
them if you stop trying to drive the bus and you become a passenger, sometimes you see those things, right? But right now you driving, you trying to determine everything that happens for your kid. This not your life to live anymore. It's not. And I'm telling you, it's gonna turn out not favorable. For most kids, for most parents, it turns out not favorable because either they run the kid out of the sport because they get mad, right? The kid never feels like they can live up to the parents' expectations, right? So the kid ends up saying quitting, or two, a lot of times you push kids into one sport too fast.
Yeah.
I saw a kid, and I'm just gonna give you this one example, and that's it. This kid played basketball. He was okay. It was good. He's better than average, right? This was at my last school. He runs cross country and makes state his first year as an 11th grader. Had never run cross country. Had no interest in running cross country or track. But he had another talent. He actually runs track better than he played basketball anyway. But you thought you was a basketball player. And it's not to say anything bad about him. Like he's better than average at basketball. But he's a much better long distance runner. Much better. But had the basketball coach not pushed all his players for conditioning to get out on the cross country team,
we'll never know. We'll never know.
So parents, give your kids an opportunity. Let them try some other. Actually, make them try another sport. Make them. You never know what you might get.
Wow.
I've seen basketball players get scholarships for track.
Well,
it's out there, y'all. It's money in all of these sports. It is just not in football. It's just not in basketball. Go get your money.
Giving it away. Everybody, it's wisdom. Only from Wendy.
Out the driver's seat.
Be a passenger. And that's our show, baby. Next Thursday, we're back.
We're back.
8 o'clock. This is what we do, everybody. Y'all ask for it. We're back by popular demand. Everybody, be safe. Find you a good football game to go to tomorrow.
Just some good ones.
And just watch. Like, you know
Enjoy
what I'm saying?
it.
Enjoy
Get
it.
your hot
Like,
dogs, some popcorn, a soda, whatever.
put your phone down. Like, don't critique every play. Just watch the game. Talk trash to little butt over there.
Right.
Yeah. Do that. Instead of talking about, hey, I can't coach.
Let me tell you, it's gotten worse. Now they just cuss out loud. They don't even care.
How much it cost to get certified again?
$325 GHSA
Listen, if you think you can coach,
for any sport,
go pay the $325. Go take the test, and then
and you too can coach that sport
you can coach, and then we can stand behind you
and talk jump
and boo you. We can be like, man, you should have stayed in the stands.
What he down here doing?
Hey, why you call that?
Why we running the ball again? We running the ball every third down. They already know what we about to do.
Fire the whole staff.
Oh yeah, I'm going in, but I'm gonna have a rally sound and everything. I'm going in.
Everybody, we'll see y'all next Thursday, everybody. We're gone. You